Guys, welcome to EagleNet Smart Money Concept. So we are in the section of the Eagle store. Let's go to our store to see an investment bot. Okay, the next investment bot here is the aggressive Martingale Bot. You view details, you make payment, and you get your files. So I will get back to you once I have my files in the dashboard. Alright, so here we are on the dashboard, and the market type here is the rise and fall market type. The difference between rise and fall and higher/lower is that although rise means high, low means fall, but the difference between it is that this rise and fall has nothing like barrier. No barrier to protect the funds, but in higher/lower there is what we call barrier to protect traders fund in higher/lower. Yes, and that's why higher/lower is also good if you want to be conservative enough, and that's why we call this aggressive bot. Okay, so now the good thing about this is you can also start with any amount as low as $10, always recommended, but it's going to be good if you have huge capital because this is pure martingale. I hope you know martingale is risky, and this is pure martingale. Okay, well, the initial stake is 0.35 cents. That's the minimum stake you can use. That's one of the number one criteria you have to know for risk management. So it makes use of the lowest stake. The two is that number two is that you look at take profit as $5. You can literally make your own to be cents, maybe 0.20 cents, 0.50 cents, take profit. Now the stop loss is 100. So which means for someone to have set stop loss of 100, probably the person is having $1,000 in his account, right? So the person is willing to lose 10% of $1,000, which is 100. So you know how much you are willing to lose. Set your stop loss. And please, if you are finding this complicating, make sure you go back and watch the number one bot that was uploaded, which is the digit moderator bot. Go ahead and watch that. That's where I explain everything you need to know. The digit moderator bot, which is this. Please do not make the mistake. Okay, so we call it the aggressive because you are staking 0.35 cents and you are making equivalent of it. That's 1:1 on a single trade. You are staking 0.35 cents and the amount you are getting back in return is around 0.30 something. Can you see? So you are literally making the amount you used to stake, you are making it back in just one single trade. So it's very aggressive. And the good thing to make sure that your fund is also protected is that we put virtual hook, and this, please basically put it in start when loose, and the trigger is 2. So which means the virtual hook must lose 2 times before it switch to real account. If it lose 1 time and the second time it's win, it won't switch to real account. It must lose 2 consecutive times. Once it loses 2 consecutive times, it will automatically switch to real account and it takes trade. So let's backtest this. You click on play. Oh, the previous ones we have here, the previous history we have here is still showing. So let me go back to edition and I refresh. I refresh by just clicking on this TV icon there, and I see this to refresh. Then you refresh. Your robot is still going to be very much intact. This robot you uploaded, just that trading transaction history is going to go away. Okay, we want it to be clear and new so you can see how this robot work. Then click on play. I want you to know that EagleNet is not going to be liable for any loss. Make sure you do your diligence research by testing this over and over again on a demo account before switching to a real account. Okay, now let's see. Now the virtual loss is now 2 consecutively. Can you see? Then to switch to real account. Let's see what will happen in the real account. We lost in the real account, then it will do what? Martingalize it by going 2 times. Then let's see what will happen again. We lose it again, it will martingalize it times 2. 0.7 times 2 is 14. That's $1.40. And once it will win, that's the good thing about the bot. Can you see? You lose how much? 7 plus 3 is how much? 110, right? And we make 128. So we are saying profit of like 18 cents, right? So that's the good thing about this robot. Now it's on virtual one. Virtual one. Can you see? It will never switch to real account until it has 2 virtual losses before it will switch to real account. The reason we set it this way is that first you have to know that this is very, very aggressive. So we have to make sure it loses 2 times, and believing that the losing streak is not going to be much. So probably the 3rd time the market will change direction and go in our way. Can you see? You get what I'm trying to say now? So that's why we set it. If you want to set your losing streak, I already explained how to do all of those things. This trigger we put into, you can make yours to be 3, 4, 5, or even 1, depending on how much you are willing to protect your funds. It's all your choice. Don't go beyond this and this. And if you want to disable it, just click on this place. You are going to see disable. The virtual hook is going to disable. So don't go beyond all of these things I said here. Then collapse it so that you won't make mistake. Okay, so that's how the bots work. Make sure you backtest it very well. Even though we backtested, we won't upload whatever is not sure. We won't upload whatever we've not backtested or tried. Okay, so we've backtested it for several times. I talk about VPS. If you need VPS, you can get back to me, you can contact me. So we wouldn't wait for all of this. We wouldn't wait for the virtual losses. It's currently analyzing. We wouldn't wait for all of those things. And I'm going to end this now. You can get the robot, practice and practice over and over again before funding with real money. Okay, thank you very much. Stay safe.